Hi, I'm Karen with HBR Rentals. One of the questions we get from property owners is, what happens when a resident violates the lease agreement? It's a valid concern and one we take seriously. A lease is a legally binding contract, and when a resident is in breach, whether it's an unauthorized pet, unpaid rent, or subletting, we follow a structured process to protect your investment. We begin by documenting the issue and delivering a formal notice to cure, giving the resident a specific time frame to correct the violation. If the breach isn't resolved, we take appropriate next steps based on California law, which may include issuing a notice of termination and starting legal proceedings if necessary. But one of the most common breaches we deal with is when a resident moves out before the end of the lease term without proper notice or without fulfilling their obligations. In this case, we treat the early departure as a lease break. The resident may still be responsible for the remaining rent until a resident is placed or until the lease officially ends. California law requires that we make a reasonable effort to re-rent the home quickly, and that's exactly what we do. We communicate clearly with the resident, begin advertising the property, and work to minimize your vacancy loss. Any unpaid rent, marketing costs, and leasing fees may be deducted from the security deposit, depending on the situation. At HBR Rentals, we're committed to enforcing the lease while maintaining fairness and full legal compliance. Whether it's a policy violation or an early move out, we're here to protect your property and your peace of mind every step of the way. Have more questions about lease enforcement or early lease breaks? We're here to help.